InvestorIdeas.com podcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast featuring cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insights from thought leaders and experts. This podcast is sponsored by CLS Holdings U.S. Incorporated, trading on the OTCQB as CLSH, Cannabis Life Sciences, a diversified cannabis company operating as Cannabis Life Sciences and an integrated cannabis producer and retailer in Nevada through its Oasis Cannabis subsidiaries, will be showcasing at MJ BizCon this week in Las Vegas from November 14th to 16th. InvestorIdeas.com is also at InvestorIdeas.com is also at MJ BizCon this week at Podcast Row, interviewing industry leaders and experts this Wednesday to Friday. Today we'll be looking at announcements from CURA.C Holdings Incorporated, trading on the CSE as CURA, Invictus MD Strategies, trading on the TSXV Venture as GENE and the OTC as IVITF, GTEC Holdings Limited, trading on the TSX Venture as GTEC and the OTC as GTEC.V, New Age Brands Incorporated, trading on the CSE as NF and the OTC as NWGFF, and HLIX TCS Incorporated, trading on the OTCQB as HLIX. First, looking at CURA.C Holdings Incorporated, a leading vertically integrated cannabis operator in the U.S., who announced today that the company has opened Tallahassee's largest medical marijuana dispensary in the community's Midtown area. As the state approaches 150,000 registered medical marijuana patients, CURA.C is opening its 16th medical marijuana dispensary in Florida. CURA.C's nationwide retail footprint is now 31 dispensaries. Over 6,400 square feet, CURA.C's first dispensary in Tallahassee offers patients its premium medical marijuana products in a spacious, comfortable environment that includes private consultation rooms. In addition, CURA.C now offers free daily delivery service throughout the Panhandle region. It has now been 2 years since Florida's voters approved medical marijuana in the state, during which time our team at CURA.C has been dedicated to ensuring patients have access to life-changing treatment, said CURA.C Florida President Lindsey Jones. Our presence in Tallahassee allows us to offer free daily medical marijuana delivery service to Florida's 150,000 active patients. Moving on to GTEC Holdings Limited, who announced that it's entered into a non-binding letter of intent with Invictus MD Strategies for the acquisition by Invictus of all the issued and outstanding shares in the capital of GTEC in an all-share transaction valued at approximately $100 million, forming Western Canada's largest indoor vertically integrated cannabis company. Under the terms of the proposed transaction, holders of GTEC common shares will receive approximately 40% of the issued and outstanding shares of Invictus post-closing. Concurrently with the closing of the transaction, the holders of options and warrants in the capital of GTEC will receive a proportionate number of options and warrants in Invictus. Assuming completion of the transaction, the issuance of Invictus shares to the current GTEC shareholders represents an approximate 25% premium to the 30-day volume-weighted average trading price of the common shares of both GTEC and Invictus on the TSX Venture Exchange as of November 15th. The transaction would produce assets such as 400,000 square feet of funded purpose-built indoor cultivation, which spans across British Columbia, Alberta, and Ontario, a robust and diverse range of products and brands, complemented with a genetic portfolio of over 80 strains, an EU-GMP certified facility to meet the rigorous requirements of the European Union markets, 30-plus retail stores located across British Columbia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, an e-commerce website to service the non-medical market in Saskatchewan, 2 purpose-built state-of-the-art extraction labs, an analytical testing lab, and a combined senior management team with the pedigree from some of the world's largest food and beverage, wine and spirits, and tobacco companies, including Philip Morris International, Diageo plc, and Saputo Incorporated. For the 6 months ended July 31st of this year, Invictus generated unaudited revenue and net loss before income tax, depreciation, and amortization of $1.8 million and $9.3 million, respectively. Invictus had $10.7 million in cash as of at July 31st of this year. For the 9 months ended in August 31st of 2018, GTEC had no revenue and unaudited net loss before income tax, depreciation, and amortization of $7.2 million. GTEC had $4.4 million in cash as of August 31st of this year. As we now see the cannabis industry shift into non-medical use in Canada and further medical markets expanding globally, this merger is synergistic and complementary. Combined, we offer a much stronger team with aligned visions on executing a pathway to become a global leader with the cannabis industry, said Norton Singhavon, Chairman and CEO of GTEC. Looking next at New Age Brands Incorporated, who announced that its wholly owned subsidiary, Drink Fresh Water LLC, has entered into an agreement with the world's first cannabis museum, Cannabis, which is located in the Las Vegas Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. Cannabis is the world's only immersive cannabis museum where tourists can learn about the history of cannabis while enjoying some of their attractions, including the world's largest bong. Visitors are not allowed to consume cannabis while on site, however they can purchase various amounts of CBD products, including fresh water or hemp-derived CBD nano-amplified alkaline water. With the legalization of cannabis in Nevada, USA, tourists from around the world are coming to see this museum, said Josh Barch, CEO of the company. We're thrilled that the Drink Fresh Water has been an exclusive right to sell our fresh water in the museum, which will help to increase the growth and brand awareness of Drink Fresh Water. Looking last at HLIX TCS Incorporated, a leading provider of ancillary services for the legal cannabis industry, who announced its third quarter 2018 financial results today. Highlights of the third quarter compared to the same quarter a year ago included total revenues, which increased 176% to $3.1 million, a gross profit of $1.2 million, a 40% gross margin, the closing of the acquisition of an Argentine software development firm, and BioTrack THC completing an SOC 2 security audit to become the first seed-to-sale firm to complete a financial statement audit. The third quarter results are a clear demonstration that we are continuing to execute on our strategic vision. BioTrack THC is already benefiting from the increased capabilities of our technology development platform, and we continued to improve margins as well as sales. Zachariel Venegas, HLIX CEO, commented, "The strategic value of the BioTrack THC acquisition expanded our global service footprint while helping to drive a healthy consolidated gross margin of 40%. Venegas added, "We enjoy a strong pipeline of new business opportunities in both the U.S. and internationally as we keep pace with expansion of the global legal cannabis market. We are more confident than ever in our competitive and strategic position." This podcast is in partnership with featured sponsor CLS Holdings U.S. Incorporated, trading on the OTCQB as CLSH. More info and details can be found at our disclaimer and disclosure page at investorideas.com. That's all for today's podcast. Podcast is now a certified word trademark on the blockchain through Cognate Incorporated's CM certification. InvestorIdeas.com podcasts are also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and TuneIn. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded that all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment. Investor Ideas does not condone the use of cannabis except where permissible by law. Our site does not possess, distribute, or sell cannabis products.